Back here again. Going to be testing the mini jet. Make sure everything is good. Haven't fired it up for a while just because we've been working on a few things. I can definitely give you a little tour of everything. We did put a couple decent upgrades on her. So let's start with the front and work our way around. So here we have some mooring cleats, I believe that's what they're called. We went ahead and made them flush. That way they're not sticking up at all times. And then you just pop those guys right up. Cool, there we go. Nice and ready. I didn't want to put rails up front, just so you could still have the ability to step on the front, not trip over anything crazy. I know the lights are right there, and the light, but other than that, I wanted it to just be kind of flush in the front. We looked down underneath. We went ahead and put an anchor right there. That's just to help pull the boat up onto the truck rack. I'll definitely be showing you guys that in a little bit. Yeah, pretty excited about that one. Kind of built it out. So I hope you guys stay tuned and like that one. Here inside the cockpit, of course, we have the aux beam. But we went ahead and put a trim, electric trim on the boat, as well as just kind of move some buttons around. So here we have stop, here we have go, RGB for the lights up front. I haven't mounted that just yet, so it's just kind of sitting there. And then I made this mount right here for the kill switch tab, so we'll go ahead and pull that guy off, boom. But when we put it back on, they go ahead and now it's activated. Here we go in the cockpit. This is going to be our on and off for the ignition, battery disconnect, like most things. And here is a little bit crazy, so we're not going to worry about that right now. Here we have the water box that we're testing today. There was a little bit going on with it, so we'll just see. Back there we had a sand trap. Kind of leaked a little bit, a lot of it, but I think I just hooked it up incorrectly for the amount of pressure going through it. So we have some shark bite attachments for it that will definitely swap out. Last time, or just on a little reel, showed that I have the hood on the hinges now. Worry about the burnt parts. Everything EVA wise is going to be switched out once the boat is finished. So I just kind of laid the EVA down just so we had it on there, so it's not just burning us every time we go out to ride. But I did add another bar up here. I'll add a clip in that I recorded a little bit earlier. That's just to help push the hood down, as well as just something to tie off onto if need be while on the truck. Got the fire extinguisher mounted. Then we have a hood scoop. We had to put the hood scoop there because the exhaust pokes up just a little bit, so I had to cut out a hole for it. That way it goes over. So hood scoop, boom, there you go. Helps the exhaust as well. Over here we have air compressor, because we plan on putting some actuators in here, as well as just a female adapter so we can use air whenever at the boat dock. If somebody has low tires or anything like that, you want to blow up a paddleboard on the beach, just chilling, now you got air. Over here we have an auxiliary gas tank. So last time we went out to Havasu, hee-hee-ha-haing around, we ran out of gas. There is a gas tank underneath the floorboard, but yeah, we didn't know how far we could go before it pooped out. Bad way to find out. Running out of gas on the river, so we had to tow the boat back in. Mechanically, everything was doing good except for gas. You kind of need gas. So, built an auxiliary gas tank. It fits in there really nice, mounted up nice and strong, so it's not really going to go anywhere. Plumbed it all up. I'll go around to the other side and kind of show you what's over there. But as we go to the side, right now I just put a little vent on here. I know it's just there for right now until I make something, but it works, so good to go. And that's going to be for the blower fan. When you have that hood down, of course you're going to need a blower fan. Here we have the jet for the water outlet. Got a little donut right there. Go ahead. Thank you guys for joining me today and for watching the other videos we have and just been staying tuned. I know it's been a little bit since I last recorded a video, so I just want to say I really appreciate you guys, your patience and everything like that. Between working my normal job and working on the boats, working the mini jet boat business with Infinite Jet Boats, it's just been a little bit hectic, lots of work, a little bit of sleep. So I really appreciate you guys being here with me for everything. But yeah, back to it. Here we have the exhaust. I'm gonna clean that up a little bit more, but I had to put a little donut right there. Probably once I do powder coat this and everything like that, we'll make that a cool little, maybe like a literal sprinkled donut. Who knows? We'll see. But coming back on this way, we have the gas tank on there. I really like this mount. Of course, we're gonna need more gas, so I got the 2 gas tanks in the boat, and then I have the gas can on the back. This is a 4-gallon. Definitely pretty cool, pretty good. It's mounted on there, really solid. Here we have 2 of the vents for the gas tanks. One goes to the main gas tank, the other one goes from the auxiliary gas tank. They just fit there really nicely, so decided to do that. On the back, just mounted a back bar. That's for getting on the boat, or if you have to tie off on the boat, anything like that. Here we have our springs for the stomp grate. If you look right here, there's going to be our custom-made stomp grate for Infinite Mini Jet Boats. You can order that on our website, infiniteMiniJetBoats.com. You can get your custom grate today. We definitely make them to be efficient. Everything's made out of 1/4-inch steel. That way, whatever's trying to get in there won't bend or anything like that. Sorry for the airplanes who live where they fly over. Back to it. Here we have actuator for the trim. I had a cable trim before, so I had to make a bracket. Everything's going to be cleaned up. These are all kind of just prototyping and trying to figure it out. But yeah, we have a mount off of the jet pump and then the actuator. So now with that button that I showed you before, I'll go ahead and post it quickly right now. That's going to be the trim controller. The only thing now is I'm going to put limit switches on here. That way it doesn't max out on me and mess anything up. Here we have our drain plug for right now. Probably put a aluminum one in there, but right now we just 3D printed one. It works great. Not really any use for that for right now, just because we haven't been in the water for a while. But when we are in the water, we have our 2 bilge pumps on here, automatic bilge pumps, so they do a really good job of keeping the boat dry. But this is what it looks like from the back. I did take the reverse bucket off of here. This boat, or the ski that it came off of, does have reverse, but right now, until I make a lever for or an actuator for the trim or for the reverse bucket, just gonna leave it off right now. The boat does a really good job at turning around, so I don't think that's needed. As we go back around, here we go. This is gonna be for the bilge pump, nice and big. Dump all that water out. So as we come around, we're gonna be over here by the compressor. Again, that's for air, anything that we need for the actuators that are gonna go onto the pump to work out the pump, the stomp grate. Here we have the bowler fan. Pretty big guy for this. I plumbed it all the way around over there. Just have an oar just in case anything happens, we get stuck, need to row to the sidelines or anything like that. Over here, pretty intricate. We have our setup for the 2 gas tanks and their controllers. Color coded everything just so when each gas tank is on or off, we know what's what. Eventually, I'm probably going to make a mount for all this. That way it's not just chilling, but each setup has its own pumper ball, as well as switches that go from pump to pump. I set it up this way, that way. Again, running out of gas is an issue because this GP 1200 took up so much space in this 8-foot boat. Had to kind of modify things. I wanted to put a really big gas tank in here. The problem that we found is just kind of trying to fit everything. Everything is a tight fit in this compartment. We did a really good job of fitting things and still having enough room in the front to get 2 people in. You definitely have to be friends to sit in here. 1 person feels great and amazing. 2 people still feels good. All this wiring I'm definitely gonna be cleaning up. We're just putting everything on and make sure everything's wired up, making sure everything works good, welding everything in right now. So like I said before, all of this EVA is going to be stripped off. Boat's going to be cleaned up, and we're going to powder coat the whole thing, clean everything up. But we're prototyping everything right now. We want it to be really nice for the person that decides to get this guy. He's probably going to stay in the family for a little bit until everything is good. As it sits now, it is a turnkey unit. Everything's on there, everything works. Definitely good to go. But we're gonna add more to it because we wanted to make it special. Can't just have us out there bare bones. So anything that I can think of, or anything that you guys think of that might be a better idea, definitely shoot me a comment. Like, comment, and subscribe while you're at it. That would be awesome. Here we have our throttle controller. Right now I just have it on a piece of pipe until I can get a better throttle system for this. I don't know if I wanted to maybe put like a hand throttle on there with a stick, kind of like a shifter, or keep it like that and just add something on there, like a mount, kind of like I did the push buttons right here. That was that trim actuator. Don't know if you can hear that, but that's going to control that trim. And then the button for the kill switch, like I said, does work. Once we disengage that guy, that's going to be our start button. No start. Once we put this guy back on, there we go. We're going to get that crank. So good to go. That's going to be our stop button. Probably definitely going to clean that up, of course, label everything. We have 2 more spots on the aux beam, fan, bilge, lights for the navies. As you can see, they turn on. Navies work. Okay, here we go. This Navi looks like it. So today, like I said, just want to try to get this guy fired back up again. Had the battery on a tender, that way we're not dying while we're chilling. Put that guy down right there, and we'll kind of set you guys down so you guys can see the process. Now I did put the bench seats in there as well, mounted them with the brackets. Everything's gonna be powder coated individually. Got the bulkhead and they're nice and sturdy. Yeah, just want to go ahead and try to get her started up. Down in here we have the choke. Gonna be by the floorboard, kind of by your feet. That way we just pull it simply one time real quick and be done with. Locking the auxiliary tank. I wanted to use this tank versus the other tank for right now, since I just built it. I just wanted to make sure that everything works good with it. So here we have the return lines, and then we have the line coming from the tank. There we go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We got gas coming through into the carbs. Cool. So now we're gonna go ahead and pull that choke in. Cool. Choke out. Yeah. Alright. Want to run it for a second and I'll turn it off. Here we go. Alright. Go ahead and show you guys that actuator one more time. So, we push it. We're going to have the trim go down. There we go. It's not fully maxed. Again, I got to put limit switches on there. But it trims up and down on its own. I did have a little dirt on it, so I don't want to put dirt back in the system.